Alright, so here we are with the second half of our Chapter 1, Section 3 notes. And today we're going to solve one-step equations in one variable using multiplication. So the last lesson was on division, and now we're going to see division and undo that with multiplication. So again, just in reiteration, inverse operations means that if you see division happening, which we will also be calling fractions, because that is technically division as well, then you need to do multiplication to solve. Alright. So taking a little review here of fractions, every whole number is a fraction, and maybe you remember back to our previous lesson, but the idea here is that if you have the number 2, for instance, you don't actually just have 2, you have a lot of equal fractions to that. For instance, 2 over 1, or 100 over 50. So the idea is that each time that you have a whole number, especially if you remember back to maybe some introductions of slope, you're always having that hidden 1 underneath each of these values. Alright. So in order to continue here, what we're seeing is to solve the equation, I see j divided by 3. But of course we don't call it j divided by 3, it's your fraction of j thirds. So what's happening is division, and so to undo that division I need to multiply. Technically I am multiplying by 3, but technically I'm actually multiplying by 3 over 1. And this will come into play when we see more fractions later on, but that would then mean that if we multiplied this across, we'd have 3 j's on top and 3 on bottom. But of course 3 over 3 leaves us just with j. So the whole idea is that if you see division, you're going to end up multiplying. Officially, if I'm going to write this, I usually just skip this whole idea and go with I see division, so my operation is multiplying. So these end up canceling. They're technically the number 1. And so officially we have 1j, or just j. On the other side, since we multiplied by 3, we're going to multiply by 3 to that side to make sure that everything is even. And so now we have negative 8 times 3, which is going to be negative 24. Of course, we always want to check that our answer makes sense, especially because you may be going through these kind of quickly and then realize, oh, maybe you didn't get there. So, officially to check, you rewrite the equation exactly as it was given. And then you can plug in the fact that we've decided our answer is a negative 24. And then you actually need to do the operation that's sitting there, so a lot of times grabbing a calculator is best, but either way, negative 24, in fact, divided by 3 is going to leave us with negative 8, and so we do, in fact, have a check of our answer. Alright, so basically all you're going to do is see division, and then again, every time you see division or a fraction bar, you're going to undo that fraction bar by multiplying. Very short notes, but that's it.